In recent events, something has come up that might be a game changer. Kevin Magnussen has been signed for a multi-year deal marking his return to Formula 1 with the Haas squad this year. This happened as Nikita Mazepin had to part ways with the Haas team amidst the Russia-Ukraine conflict and the U.S. sanctions. Magnussen will be partnering up with the sophomore driver Mick Schumacher for the season. Hi guys, it seems like the Ukraine invasion has affected the Formula 1 game as well. Watch till the end to know more. The US-owned Haas team has decided to cancel the contract with Nikita Mazepin after being under huge pressure, and they also severed their ties with their title sponsor, Uralkali. The FIA had made it a point to announce that Russian and Belarusian participants were allowed to compete in the events under a neutral flag, and they're required to honor the principles of peace and neutrality, but it seems like Mazepin was removed before he could do so. This is because of the tensions growing between Russia and its growing conflicts with Ukraine. Nikita Mazepin is the son of Dmitry Mazepin, and they're added to the list of Russian oligarchs facing the EU sanctions. The sanctions letter states that Dmitry Mazepin is involved in economic sectors providing a substantial source of revenue to the government of Russian Federation, which is responsible for the annexation of Crimea and the destabilization of Ukraine. On the other hand, Mazepin took it to the press to express his grief, where he said that he, like most of us, came to know that he was fired from the team through the press release. He said, "I was very disappointed with the way it was handled. I was told if the FIA allowed me to compete on their rules and I agreed to them, there would be no more actions to remove me from the seat. I have not heard from the team since it happened, and I learned about the firing of me from the same time it was released to the press." This was a very shocking moment for the young driver, and this made him lose trust in his former team, where he said, "Formula 1 is a dangerous sport, and you have to rely on the team you're working with. It's a question of safety, and it's fair to say that I don't have that trust in them. I don't want to be on a team that doesn't want me," Mazepin said. The driver had been working so hard ever since he got his license, and watching it end like that must have been really depressing. But he said he'll not give up on the dream so soon, adding, "But I absolutely do not see Formula 1 as a closed chapter. I'm gonna stay in race condition, and I will be ready to take on an opportunity if it comes." Very disappointed to see a man's dream getting crushed in the wake of political approach. Now, Kevin Magnussen is all set and utterly delighted to fill the seat. And this year, Mick Schumacher will be partnering up with the 29-year-old Kevin Magnussen on a multi-year deal. Magnussen made a debut with McLaren in 2014 with 19 races during his rookie season, with the second position being his all-time high. He went on to lose his drive for a year and then made a comeback with Renault in 2016, where he bagged 7 points, then signed up with Haas team from the 2017 season. He then went on to start 79 races for Haas and scored 96 points over the duration. The Danish driver was replaced for the 2021 season together with his then teammate Roman Grosjean, with a rookie duo of Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin. Now Kevin Magnussen is set to fill the seat. Principal Günther Steiner expressed, "I'm delighted to welcome Kevin Magnussen back to the Haas F1 team. When looking for a driver who could bring value to the team, not to mention a wealth of Formula 1 experience, Kevin was a straightforward decision for us. He's a great resource," as said by Steiner, adding that his experience as a great asset for the team and a great partner for both Mick Schumacher and Pietro Fittipaldi. Kevin marked Team Haas's previous successes during his time, and as a veteran with expertise both in engineering room and garage, he will definitely make a good team with the ongoing development of the VF22. Kevin Magnussen said that he was surprised and excited to get a call from the Haas F1 team, and added, "I was looking at a different direction regarding my commitments for 2022, but the opportunity to return to compete in F1 and with a team I know extremely well was simply too appealing. I really have to thank you to both Puregood and Chip Ganassi Racing for releasing me promptly. Both are great organizations. Naturally, I also want to thank Gene Haas and Günther Steiner for the chance to resume my Formula 1 career. I know just how competitive they both are and how keen they are to return to competing week in and week out. We've enjoyed a solid relationship, and our positive association remained even when I left at the end of 2020. I've been briefed as much as possible on the development of the VF22 and the potential in the package. There's work to do, but I'm excited to be a part of it, and I can't wait to get back behind the wheel of a Formula 1 car in Bahrain." Well, in the recent Bahrain Grand Prix preseason testing session, Magnussen had a lot to do, and he always has a very positive attitude. Even though he's been dubbed as the bad boy of Formula 1, he had to live up to the expectations, and he delivered. Magnussen went on to beat Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton and was the quickest on the circuit. This is very good news as compared to the last season when Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin could not earn any points. Kevin had a very clear strategy and he executed it brilliantly. Magnussen started the race off with soft tires and jumped ahead, and again chose to go with the soft tires when he pitted during the 15th lap. Gasly was a threat to him, but his 3-stop strategy went on to secure him the 5th position in the end. Well, the driver had already a lot of issues with the replacements and their cargo was at the airport a day before the testing, and this win, I am sure, lifted the whole team spirit. Kevin was ecstatic on the radio. He said, "This is a win for us. This is a win." Thank you so much. At the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix, he managed to secure the 9th position with the former world champion Lewis Hamilton behind him at 10th. Magnussen was very grateful and overjoyed to be on the circuit and clarified how the strategy went wrong. "I mean, the worst thing that could happen to us happened," joked Magnussen after the race. "Because we started on the opposite strategy on the hard tire and almost everyone else was on medium, the worst thing that could happen was the safety car on lap 16 or 17, and it came at 16. So to still get 2 points is very good. The car was phenomenal again. It's such a joy to drive," he added. "We did get a little bit of the luck back at the end when we got the VSC. I don't know how fast they were at the front, but then everyone would have been condensed and we had new tires and would have scored big points again." He was very happy as he spoke during the interview, but expressed a little bit of disappointment, saying that the car had the pace to reach the 5th position, but the limitation on his neck made him struggle with the G-force on the current F1 cars. Thanks for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell to not miss any new updates. Take care, stay safe, and we will see you next time.